Hello there.
How to animate a Lego lip sync in Maya. You can get this rig for $20, link in the description. The rig in this tutorial has a beard, which is in development. If you already bought this rig, you can download the new version with the beard using the same link. No extra charge. There are a few controls that need some explanation, so let's take a look. Select the main mouth control, and you'll see the normal translation, rotation, and scale values, which you should probably avoid the scale values. You'll see line thickness, thin mouth, face smooth, resolution, render mode, and features. Let's talk about render mode. There's a weird bug with Arnold render, which comes with Maya for free, so that's how I built this rig. Some Arnold textures do not show up in the Maya viewport. So I created this value here where you can switch it to animation mode, which turns these into blend materials where you can see them in the viewport. And the blend materials also do not work in the render. So when you have render mode on, you can see it in the render, but not in the viewport. And when you have animation mode on, you can see it in the viewport, but not in the render. I'm not sure what's causing this bug, so this control is my solution. And here we have line thickness, which does what you imagine. You can't really tell until the mouth is open, so I'll show you more about that value later. And then thin mouth control, which you want to activate when your character does small mouth shapes like oohs and M's. And face resolution, if you set that to 0 and you rotate this down to a sharp angle, you'll be able to see all of the face geometry have flat angles to it. And that's because it's following the unsmooth surface. So if you want it to follow the smooth surface of the face geometry, select the face control and then switch this to level 4. Now the face geometry follows the smooth mode of the headpiece. And the reason why you can toggle this is because on level 4, see, I rotate this and it's very sluggish on level 4. I don't even render at level 4. I render at level 2 or 3. See, level 2, still smooth, but not perfect. It's pretty perfect. It's pretty close. So level 2 is pretty good for animation. If it's slowing down your computer, go to level 1. And if you want to animate really fast, then just animate at level 0. If you're doing a lot of body animation and you're kind of ignoring the face animation, just set it to 0. And then when you go to animate the face, you can bring up the values if that helps during animation. So that's what that value is for. So let's set that to 2. And then features, you can switch it from male to female. And then you have these eye controls. So if you want to have your female character not have eyelashes, you can turn those off. Or if you want to have like a more younger looking male character, you can take away his beard, maybe give him a mustache. It's very editable, and I will add more features. So if you have any ideas for features, please request. So let's dive into animation, and I'll explain more about the rig as we go. So I'm just gonna go to frame 0 and show you what this, oh right. I already went through and animated the body animation to this.
Hello there. Hello there.
So now we're just going to go through and do the mouth animation. If you zero out all of the values minus the custom values and scale, you'll get the default square shape. So I'm going to hide the beard so I can explain a little bit. So this is the default mouth rig with all the values zeroed out, excluding the custom values and the scale value. Let's pose out a default closed mouth. Go to your Animate toolbar, use the auto select opposite tool like that. And I like to use that when starting off my poses, because first I want to pose it out symmetrically and then I want to add some asymmetry to it. Select that and take these purple controls, which are the parent controls, and bring them inside the square, just touching the edge there. You don't want to go any further than that. Now you can select this and let's bring it to the middle of the mouth control, which is this one. And then let's bring this one down. Top control mostly controls the corners because the majority of the up and down motion will be the bottom control, and that'll make more sense in motion. Right now it's just looks a little weird. So you can bring the corner controls back up, rotate them. Let's give him serious face. So now you can go to the mouth control, turn on thin mouth, which lowers the resolution and removes the line or the visibility of the line. The line is still there. So when you select this, you can see that the geometry vertexes are getting really, really close together. So when you're making a smaller shape like like this and want less geometry, you can go to the mouth control and turn on thin mouth. When you select that, now you can see they're less close together, and you can see where the line is as well. It's just not black. You can select that and change the line thickness so you can get a smaller mouth, a good Lego thickness, which that looks pretty good. But by default, when you open the rig, I believe you'll see kind of an asymmetrical smile. But if you zeroed out your values, this is how you can pose it to a smile again. So let's go to when he makes his first open mouth. So I'm going to have him have his mouth already open a little bit. Take the bottom lip control. You can open it a little bit. And now let's turn on the beard. Now what you can do is you can select these purple controls and you can rotate them to round out the shape. And you can take it down, mouth a little bit. If you're selecting geometry, you can turn it off by selecting that. You go down. All right, so we're getting pretty close to what it looks like in the reference. Now let's bring the tongue control up. Right, by default the teeth are probably this. So if it's like that for you, then bring the lower teeth out of the way and then bring the teeth up and flatten it with the scale values. Bit nice flatter edge there. Pose the tongue slightly off to the side, because if you look at the camera view, he's looking in this direction, so we want to have it be asymmetrical. So let's go in here. It looks pretty symmetrical in the reference, but this is cartoony, so we want to push the asymmetry on that. So on the select opposite mode, so it's not going to be symmetrical yet. Bring this to the side a little bit, rotate it. That gives it a nice look there. So let's go to the select opposite control and turn that off. Now we can go and make it a little bit more asymmetrical. We can take this purple control, which is a parent control, brings the other controls with it. So let's just make this shape a little bit asymmetrical. Tweak that a little bit for the corners to get rid of that flat shape. We just pull this out here a little bit. Just bring it there. And you can select the blue controls and kind of round that out. Some purple ones right over. And it may seem like, oh my gosh, this is going to take forever to get a lip sync because there's so many phonemes. The good thing is, once you get your first key poses, you can start copy and pasting using pose libraries and lots of cool stuff. There we go. Let's see. Let's change the thickness of that line a little bit. Looking pretty big. Line thickness kind of also changes the size of the mouth a little bit, and then also makes it more rounded. So if you want a very sharp-cornered smile or something, then lowering the amount would probably be better. But yeah, I'll go in there and make a few adjustments. All right, I think that's good for this shape. Oh, let's bring the tongue down the entire mouth. Set a key. This is the Anima School Picker. I am an alumni of that school, so I get this for free. I'm not sure how much it is. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, and it's very helpful. Oh, and I believe there's like an indie version of this, so you could get it for free if you make under 80K a year or something. So students and whatnot. So I think most people will be able to get it for free when it comes to young animators or beginner animators. All right, so that is that. Let's go into the next pose. So there's kind of an H sound or an E sound. Heh, 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 heh. Let's go into the eh shape. Heh, heh, which is just the same shape, but with a little bit wider mouth. And we can bring the corners in a little bit. And then we can bring tongue over, up, heh. Usually the eh sound is a wider, but he's going into a heh, hello. And so it kind of from a neutral is kind of in. It depends on how you say the E sound. Like if you go, you're evil or something like that, evil, then you might push the, but if it's just then sometimes it goes in. So you kind of have to look into the mirror and look at how your mouth is moving. And some accents have the E sound a little bit different as well. So yeah, one thing I want to do both these shapes is just select both of them and a little bit more room around the area. Okay. All right. Hey, yeah, that looks right. Okay, cool. Here's a tutorial that shows you how to add Animate tools to your toolbar up in the corner here. And that tool is called Global Offset, which will change the pose for your entire timeline or a selected part of your timeline. So really helpful when doing like a collection of poses that just need to be bigger or smaller or whatever the note is. And so for the L shape, let's just make sure there's a key on everything. So select the entire mouth, set a key, and now you can bring it in further, this. And I think another thing I want to do with the H sound here is as it opens, it also swings screen left, and the will go up, start to drop a little bit. Look at that. So for the tongue, it's a very basic tongue rig, which is just this one shape. To get a L, I like to squash the tongue and then rotate it because it kind of has that curve to the tongue anyway. So it looks like a different shape. And then we'll kind of animate the rotation and translation and scale of this tongue pose pretty quickly, so you won't be able to really see that it's the same shape twisted sideways. So there, a little bit. Now we can round out this by rotating the corner of the mouth control. Zoom in a lot. Sure, it's working. Make this a little bit more asymmetrical and kind of, I don't want to go too big with this because he's kind of saying this line quietly. That's a big mistake you can make in animating is animate a really big mouth move when the character's not saying something very loudly. Now let's go into the O shape, or let's just make sure there's a key on every mouth shape here. There is a problem with the beard right there. So I have these cheek controls that I just added. Add them to this update button. Very good. And then you can select that mouth shape and then go to share keys times. Okay, so you just select that and then it just bakes and adds these to all of the keys here. So for this one, his cheek is starting to clip through, so you can just select that cheek here and just move it over a little bit. It just helps distribute the mesh. Okay, so for the O shape, bring these guys in more, and then let's take out the rotation of that more. Kind of want to transition this to a smile because here you see that he kind of has a concerned face, and then at the very end you can see it's beginning to curve into a smile. So I want to end it on a bigger smile, like where he lands in the next shot, because he's just beginning the smile, but we're not doing the next shot, so let's just end him smiling. Purple controls, zero out. When in doubt, zero out. A teacher said that once to me, and I was like, that is very helpful. If you're getting a weird looking shape, just select and zero out, and then you can start from scratch and it'll look better. Bring this in for an O shape, or an O shape, because he's saying hello there. So now we can select these purple controls and round that out a bit, and let's make the O shape a little bit longer than it is wider. So let's see. Pose this all on the last frame, so you can just copy that pose and then paste it there. This is where the O starts. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, I forgot to somehow ruin my L. There we go. And you're getting more broken cheek. Bring that over. There we go. And I can actually rotate this here. And for the O shape, I actually need to take out the teeth and the tongue. Hello. Let's set a key on everything. For the next pose, he's kind of holding the O. And if you're wondering, a good place to start is on 2s. Go 2 frames later, because lip sync is mainly animated on 1s and 2s. 1, 2s, and 3s is a good thing to keep in mind when you're animating lip sync. But then when you're animating into like a hold or something, maybe 3s and 4s or whatever is necessary, you can move it over to the other side of the mouth like this, and I can bring it up. And then I can take the mouth shapes and make it smaller. Bring it in more. So we're just pushing that O shape. You can see the mouth shape is starting to break. So that's when we select the face and go to the mouth control and turn thin mouth on. And then I guess turn down the line thickness as well. That fixes it, since you can't even see the line because it's a O shape. Open mouth, no teeth or tongue. And then we can select these guys. Purple control, rotate it, and then also the corners are kind of favoring the bottom, so let's take that, bring it up. Ooh, shapes are really hard to figure out. Maybe it's better just to translate these controls. And since we shrunk the line of it, I have to hose out the beard controls. There you go. Oh, I guess we still want that down a little bit. It's in. Okay, so for this, I want to make this go back to this O shape and bring this down smaller a little bit. So yeah, there's a lot of back and forth. The O, we want this to start travel. There we go. Cool.
Hello there. Hello there.
Okay, so hello, and for the for a hello there, there, it's another tongue on the roof of your on the back of your teeth, tongue on the back of your teeth pose. So let's go to the L shape, hello, and then you can just select that and copy it, and then go to the paste it there. Now you can kind of bring it back, hit it. Okay, so the difference between these for it's very quiet. So let's bring, and then also have it start to be a smile, just the beginnings of a smile.
Hello there.
Okay, so let's see. Probably want to rotate this purple control. Bring it so it looks like the tip of the tongue is touching that. Rotate the teeth a little bit. Bring it up. Bring it a little more. Let's do. Bring a little bit more shape back. Just a little bit of the round shape on the edge there. Bring the purple controls back to here. Zero out these child controls. Take a rotation on that. All right, cool.
Hello there. Hello there.
Okay, so that's looking pretty good. And then he kind of just ends with like a...
Hello there.
The video reference
Hello
is actually
there.
off, but that's okay. We're not really following.
Hello there.
Now let's just do a... hello there. So he's British, so his R's are not present. R's are taking vacation. The R's are on holiday, so... Now we can bring, let's just zero this out, or not zero it out. Bring that to default. Then for the teeth, and we can bring the mouth further this way. Rotate it, bring it down a little bit.
Hello there. Hello there.
It's looking pretty good. Let's take the mouth and let's see, what do we want to do with this? I think bring it into a wider smile.
Hello there. Hello there.
All right, let's give him a asymmetrical thing here, and I want to see if I can make the line around his teeth a little bit thinner, so I can achieve a sharper. Let's see. Let's take this down a little bit. All right, that's a little bit sharper. And take the child control, squash it down. I want it to be a bit of a corner there, just a little bit of a corner, and so I can justify having his smile line turned on this side. You can just turn on the visibility on the left lip control for the smile line, and then you can select that, rotate it. Obviously we'll have to pull the beard out of the way, but then go to the bend control. You kind of have to turn on the fast channel slider, I think. So it was on slow for most values, but for this one, we'll have to turn it up to higher and then dial this back and forth. There you go. A little bit. The chin is a little messed up. So bring that up. Or the mouth in general, let's bring that up. All right, cool. For this side, we can bring, it gets a little sketchy. Just want to make this a little bit sharper. Yeah, easily break this. Okay, and then I just want to shape the beard into more of a guy in a little bit.
Hello there. Hello there.
Let's see. Kind of want there to be a flat edge to that. Yeah, like a flat bottom. And then it's gonna be, see, I think it needs to be lower. And a little patch thereof. Yeah. Let's see if I can make the mouth a little bit thinner. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Good lip corner. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Why? So I'm just moving it up a little bit because it makes it sharper in the corner apparently. And we can take this, move it over.
Hello there. Hello there.
He looks like mortified, so I don't want him to look mortified. I want him to kind of just look serious. So let's just put the lip corner still slightly down. Close his mouth more. I think that'll help. Bring that up. Bring the corners in a little bit. And then let's rotate these guys down. And let's that. And obviously we want the tongue to not be under the teeth. Let's take that, move that up. That's still a little too mortified. There you go. Let's see. I think a part of it is this first pose, which is not visible here. Let's look at that. Bring this up a little bit and let's just make this a neutral. I'm not going to see this. I think I'm going to put another in between this pose. So that's when his mouth is first making an appearance. We'll go here, blend to neighbor. That is a good one. Let's just blend that to there. Right about there is good. So it'll be coming up. Yeah, so.
Hello there. Hello there.
There we go. That's a better O shape.
Hello there. Hello there.
I'm just going to make these a little bit sharper on. Okay. All right.
Hello there. Hello there.
Tongue up a little bit. Rotate. Okay, so bring the center of the mouth over here. Tongue can be over here. Okay.
Hello there. Hello there.
So that's good. And for the polishing, I'm going to do something a little bit special with my camera, which this camera is bundled with the face rig. So you can get the face rig and the camera for cheaper than if you buy them separately, which I think is $35 for both the face rig and the camera rig. For the special thing I'm going to do is going to go to the camera rig, select the blue control on the camera rig, and then go to face cam viz and turn that on. And then you get this kind of funny looking control set up here. Basically, the face camera will lock the camera to whatever you constrain it to while maintaining the perspective of the shot camera. So it will just be like a 2D pan and zoom, except for it's locked to their face. And then you can 2D pan and zoom on that camera while it's locked, so you can zoom in even closer or further away. The way you set up the face cam control, you select the face focus Z control and then move it to the center of his face. There, that's a good place for it. Then go to animation and parent, open up option box, and let's see, select Z. We only want to translate it in the Z value and maintain offset checked on. Select the geometry of the face control and then select the face focus Z control. We also want to turn rotations off as well and constrain. Now the Z is constrained. Now go to the face focus control and select the geometry, select the face focus control, then turn on all translations, no rotations, and apply. And you have all the translations constrained and your face control is almost set up. The last thing you have to do is select it and zero out translation X and Y. And when you open up this, you can look at the face cam view, might be really close. And then you can 2D pan and zoom out until face is at a level that you like. Now you can go back to the blue control in the way. Then you can turn off the visibility of that. We're going to turn off the visibility of the focus control. There we go. Now when we go to polish our animation of the face, we can 2D pan and zoom and the face will stay exactly center frame. So it'll make polishing much easier. And if the beard color is covering the whole face, that means you just need to turn on textures. We're gonna open up the graph editor. So first things first, let's animate the, all around selected. Doesn't work with this camera rig, so just turn that off. Let's animate the mouth control. Let's do the up and down first. Up a little bit more. This.
Hello there.
So let's have this kind of drifting. Yeah, let's have it, the moving hold, be drifting down slightly, and then it can move up. All right, cool. Now let's look at the X and Y. Let's see here. Let's have this moving hold be here. Let's favor this one. And then I can hit its apex here. Let's have this actually go down below this one. So let's see, to get a nice round motion, you want the apex of the height of this in Y, and then this one will be the breakdown, like the in-between key, and then vice versa here. When this is the apex, this is an in-between. So you get a nice round motion in there. And then let's see, it looks like this is hitting a mutual peak, which is not ideal. Let's see. Maybe this one be. There we go. And now let's do 4 frames here. And let's just select the entire face, mouth here, and which is this here. Yeah, select the mouth control and then go to the X and Y. So I think that I'm gonna hit the apex of the down first, go up, and it's gonna come up to settle. All right, so I'm gonna watch that in.
Hello there. Hello there.
There we go. Nice round motion.
Hello there.
Now let's do the lip corners. Let's select them together because they move in unison. And let's do the, select the X. I want the X to be drifting into wider shape during the moving hold. But it's the opposite of where it's going to be. Yep, it's just traveling. So this actually could probably be a little wider. Let's hit an extra wide here.
Hello there. Hello there.
Okay, so that's looking pretty good. That Y movement really needs to go lower. And that's why it doesn't. There we go. Let's see. Bring it up a little bit, and then maybe we can have the beard help with that. Hello there. There we go. All right, so these X go like this. Hold for this.
Hello there. Hello there.
The reason why I want to do that is I want there to be kind of like a stretch in the lips. So, okay, so let's get the tongue, blend to neighbor. There we go. We have that stretch. And then we'll make that. Let's see. X on this. Okay, so it'll be this and this will be here. So this is going to be less extreme. All right, let's see if we can get a smoother playback by switching it to 0. Yeah, that's better.
Hello there. Hello there.
I'm even going to delay the tongue 1 extra frame. So it's copy and paste.
Hello there.
Let's see. So there's gonna be a little bit of teeth here. I'm going to bring it up here like that, and I'm gonna squeeze it a little bit.
Hello there.
There we go. That's looking.
Hello there.
Maybe rotate it this way. If it squashes a little bit, maybe just a teeny little bit of it there.
Hello there.
And then
Hello there.
back here, just popping out for one frame. Does that look weird? Oh, we need to hide this guy. Technically, you hear that sound right there. There we go. And then up here.
Hello there. Hello there.
All right, let's look at the X and Y of the corner controls.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there.
Let's see. I need to see the reference.
Hello there. Hello there.
I think for the X, it needs to be less wide than the smile ends up being.
Hello there.
That looks better. Okay, let's work on the moving hold for just like the mouth end of the pose. Okay, so I think I want it to be drifting into a wider smile. So here, a middle of the moving hold, it can go away, and then here. There you go. Okay, and then for the, I think it should end with a slightly more open.
Hello there. Hello there.
Cool. And then overall, I think the mouth could, obviously go drift that way a little bit.
Hello there. Hello there.
Right, I don't really want it to ease out in the end, because this movement's gonna continue beyond this shot, theoretically, so. Okay, let's see.
Hello there.
Let's see. I'm gonna take the cheek for that one. Let's take X, and then maybe this one, lesser degree, that. And delete those, and then.
Hello there. Hello there.
Cool. I guess I should just go through and make sure the beard is consistent. And I guess ease out of it.
Hello there.
There we go.
Hello there.
All right. I think that we're done with the lip sync. I think we can call that a day.
Hello there.
Now you have lip sync animation. If you want this camera rig, the Lego face rig and the camera rig come in a bundle for $35, so you can save by purchasing them together, and it would be a great way to support the channel. In my next tutorial, I'll be going over how to animate the eyes, blinks, eye darts, eyebrow movements, all of that. Thank you so much to Alex, Stan, Eva Aldu, Ethan, and Michaela. Please consider becoming a patron, or like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and share to anyone that you think would find this helpful. Thanks, bye!